Welcome back to Loadout, presented by The Daily Dot. We are now joined by the team manager for Luminosity Gaming, preparing currently for ESL Cologne, the big tournament of the year, Ricardo Senegaglia, a.k.a. Dead. Ricardo, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you very much, you guys. Pleasure to be talking with you guys today.
And we are very happy to have you here. Let's get started back with the last major that Luminosity was at. Keydstars at the time, finishing top 8 in Katowice, losing to Virtus Pro there. Then they moved to America after that. Do you think then that this team was capable of making a top 8 run at a major? Were you surprised when they made top 8 at Katowice?
We weren't that surprised because we knew they got potential to get there, but what like their first major, and since we weren't like a really big team, nobody knew us very well
Right.
on everywhere. So even to get there, we need we work with the community, so the community like donate like a little money for us.
That's right.
Even like Fnatic though gave like a little money, so we were able to attend the championship. We were expecting doing good, but I gotta say that like made to the legends, what a kind of surprise for us. We know we deserved that, but for the first one, was really good for us.
Yeah, it set the high bar too. It kind of announced you as a player back on the stage. I think it was the first time a Brazilian team in many years had that kind of success internationally.
Yeah, we got like in 2006 MIBR. They won like the SWC,
Oh yeah, I remember
but
that.
what like remarkable for us, we were the only team that actually made like for underdogs to like all the way up to like legends. It was the first time ever happened.
Yeah, I think I should say the first CSGO team from Brazil to have that kind of success.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
MIBR with Kogu and Kiko and all those guys did quite well back in the day in 1.6.
yep.
Um, Tell me then about the decision to move to America. Like, what went into that? What was the reason for the team to want to move to North America and play there instead of staying in Brazil?
hmm it started pretty much like the when they were in Keyd, they happened like the ECA like ESL championship, like
Right,
$500,000,
right,
and they came here. When they came here, like to try to got in this tournament, see how good they're gonna be on this tournament. Once they got here, like all kind of offers started like coming through us,
mhm,
and they realize, oh yeah, we need to be here to be to get more possibilities to like play the game, just the game, and leave out the game.
right. So it was about being around the sponsors, being around the publicity, getting the teams to see you in person. I guess was also a big factor there.
Yeah, and actually, like here you can play on a higher level, and here you can do like the bridge to go Europe and face like the best teams. Like right now, we got the best teams here too, like
Right.
Cloud9 became like a tier one team, and what I think is we help them too. More like competitives in the same league. Everybody just gonna win. It's gonna be a win-win for everybody.
Right. Do you think the team has improved dramatically from coming to North America and getting to play with some different teams, playing with Cloud9, CLG, Liquid? Has it helped your team a lot?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause it's different. Like you play like a full season here, instead of playing like one or two tournaments a year with the best team. So you kind of got the same level every year to play with the guys. It's not gonna be that like a surprise to go all the way to Europe and see how you're gonna do it. So you're
Right.
playing here, you already have like a kind of decent level to play with the guys on Europe.
Yeah, well, we've seen talk of maybe Renegades, the Australian team, coming to North America and playing there as well. Do you think it's a good idea for more teams from regions like Australia, like Brazil, to come to North America and do the same thing? Is it good for everyone to come here and kind of come together like that?
Yeah, I guess it is good for everybody because places like Australia, especially Brazil, they got like a huge community, but we don't have that much like opportunities right there. We don't have a spot like for ECL right there.
Right.
We don't have and this kind of place deserve that. But pretty much it's like that. If the only way we're gonna find like a spot is coming here, everybody's coming here to fight for a spot on the sun.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, you talked about ESL, ESCA Pro League. Then Keydstars, of course, now Luminosity, played very well during the regular season, finished second place in the table, had a great
hmm
season. Then disappointing in the final. You beat TSM, but then lost to CLG, lost to Fnatic, didn't make the top 4. What was your feeling on the performance there?
Depends. You can divide this when like they own like TSM. Gosh, for me it was like oh amazing. Yeah, probably because we were expecting like this. We might need everybody I guess, not just us. Fnatic will run through like CLG,
Right.
and we're gonna face them. When they run like through CLG, was like oh. We just need to be like TSM and might have a shot, like to go a little bit further than everything. When they actually won from TSM, I don't know. I guess everybody just was like over the hills,
Right.
and that's why they let the game go. This like 7-1, and CLG got like the comeback, and went that way.
You think they got ahead of themselves when they saw it was CLG to get through to the semifinals?
Not like that, but they relax a little bit more than
Okay.
supposed to.
Right. That makes sense. And then Fnatic in the quarterfinals, a tough matchup there, having to play a series against them and losing that one, of course.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a hard one for you guys.
A little bit more hard.
Yeah. So then you go to ESWC again, a little more disappointing there. You lose to Cloud9 and Flipside Tactics in the group stage. The loss to Cloud9 was a pretty rough one. Flipside was a very close game. How'd you feel about that performance there?
Was awful.
Okay.
Cause they weren't even like playing with the whole team, so hurts more lose
Right.
like that, And everything like they were doing, we knew it already. But the only problem like they couldn't stop. Everything went wrong in that match, and after them, they were so upset after that match because that's what I thought they couldn't even start like playing again. They just were so upset.
Right. So the mood was so down from losing to Flipside Tactics that the game against Cloud9 was even harder because of that, because they were
Yeah,
feeling down.
yeah. They to play like Cloud9, they weren't even like able to focus on the game. They were still like with a headache.
Yeah, and that's
If
pretty
you can
bad
put it like
considering
that.
how good Cloud9's playing as of late, to go in there
Yeah,
with a bad mood.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so what's your thoughts like looking back on the team's time in America? Like how has the team, do you think, changed since they came to North America and started playing with all these teams regularly? What's different?
Uh, they're like the M. They already have it. Not gonna change nothing because they got like good teams in Brazil too. They practice with like the best teams in Brazil, and they're really good teams right there. But from like tactics and everything, strats, they improved a lot because they play like different. I guess like in Europe you're playing one style. Uh, Everywhere you play different styles. Like
Right.
here is a little bit more aggressive than Europe. That's
Hmm.
what I think. And they're just getting to know how to play like in all kinds of situations.
Has your team thought about doing like an extended boot camp in Europe, like doing a few weeks or even a month in Europe to get that different kind of stylistic play as well over there?
They are right there. They're in Germany right now preparing for the boot camp.
Right, right. They're doing how long are they there right now for Cologne?
They're gonna be there for like 3 weeks. They're gonna be 3 weeks and pretty much just gonna play. They're gonna play the major.
Yep.
Come back here. They have like 2 or 3 tournaments on the road, and then they're going to like Romain to the PGL tournament.
Okay, let's talk about the team leaving Keystars and joining Luminosity now because that was a surprise for many of us. How did this move originally come about?
Uh, was pretty much like that. They were happy with Keydstars, and we're like really thankful for Keydstars. Everything today is possible because they support us like since from the beginning.
Right.
But like I told you, like in the first thing, like here you can find more opportunities and everything. And we talk with like Keystars, and Keystars just like they pretty much say like, hey, if it is good for you guys, go forward. Everybody's gonna be happy. We're just like thankful for you guys. And they Keystars told us like, oh, thank you for everything like you guys been done for us for our brand, and let's just follow the way and see how it goes.
So did they offer better financial support for the team, like give you some more opportunities to go play different events?
The only problem is not even like that, the salary and everything. The problem is like being here in America, you're more like visible for the world, so you get invited for more championships.
Sure.
Kickstarter would support us too, like in salaries and travels and everything and expense, but we wouldn't be able to like play this like PGL tournament that we got invited.
Right.
In Brazil, it would be hard, so because nobody gonna go out to way to Brazil to see the scene and pick the team, even if you like top 8 teams in the world. They don't not gonna get you.
Do you think Luminosity is a top 8 team right now? Do you think you guys are?
Not right now, because we need to prove. Because
Okay.
they not been playing all the tournaments. Uh, That's like two different questions right there.
Okay.
If I think and if I know, on my heart, I feel they are top 8. But they gotta. I can't say this right now. They gotta prove on the major that they actually is, because they not been playing that much tournaments,
All right,
just like
it's a good
practicing.
chance to prove it. They got all the best teams in the world there, so
is our best shot to prove it.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for much more. Were you surprised Luminosity made the offer? Because I think one of the reasons it was surprising for people is they just brought in Devilwalk from Sweden. They had brought in Pith or Pyth, however you want to pronounce that, earlier on. Were you
Uh-huh.
surprised they made the decision to then take in a Brazilian team instead of their kind of Swedish mix?
Not surprised because like this, I can talk very much because I don't know very much about that.
Sure.
It's pretty much for like between them.
Right.
What I can say is like the guys have like amazing relationship. You saw like on the qualify, Fallen was like the coach for them, and Peter once was like the coach for them, like on the major on ESWC. I wasn't not that like surprised, but. Uh, it's pretty much like when they told us, we just said, okay, there's nothing we can do about it. It's between them, you know. So it's pretty much like that. I wasn't that surprised though.
It's a good deal for you. You talk about ESL Cologne. You have your group draw now there. You have Envy, Kingwin, and Flipside Tactics in the first group. So you have a potential revenge game against Flipside with their full
Yep.
team now. They lost Simple and Hiko both, actually. You got Kingwin, you got Envy. How do you feel about that? Can your team win that group?
Yeah, I guess we got a shot to win that group. Be like, be, I guess we're gonna be placed between first and second. What I think is like the first spot is gonna be whoever wins the Envious. If somebody win against them, probably gonna be the first of the group.
Okay, so then we have, you think the Flipside Tactics game, is that like a revenge game for you guys?
We don't face like revenge. We face like on ESWC they did better than us, and right now we got a chance to just do better than them.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Brazilian scene. And I know some people are asking questions in the chat. I'm going to bring that up in a bit, and I'm going to take some of your questions there. Just give me a second. But the Brazilian scene, you guys came out of there. You now have the former Dexterity team coming out to play North America as well. I want to ask you about just the growth in the Brazilian scene. Do you think the Brazilian scene is getting back to a point? Because I remember back in the day when we had MIBR, teams like Game Crashers, Generation X, Revolts, Arena, going way back, many years back. Some really
Yeah.
good teams, like a lot of depth in the scene. Do you think we're getting back to a point where we have like a deep Brazilian scene beyond the top one, maybe two teams?
Not like the way it was before. Nah, we're gonna go like way over that was before. The
Okay.
teams are coming back right now, and believe me, they're gonna fight for every spot to like be against like the best in the world. The GA team, like the Games Academy, the team they're coming right now, they probably gonna be placed here like between the top 8. That's for sure. That's for sure. Just like on the first season, because then they're not gonna play like the first main things right now. They're gonna play like a main Civil, main EZA, not the pro leagues, because it's a fair deal. Like you can take a spot that people that already been right there. So they gave like a chance for them to play like the intermediate season, and they're gonna try to reach the pro season in the next season, the pro league in the next season. And I'm sure we got like a lot of good teams in Brazil. We got like the former the ZQK team. He just made a team right there. We got the GA team. We got a lot of people that actually play and might be are coming back to play because about this like golden chance that being offered, so they can have a chance to come here in America. They play like with the pros. And we got RK is a Rampager Killers. Is a really nice team too. We got like I would say for you between 5 and 6 teams. They're really good. They're probably gonna do really well by the time goes by.
You talk about the former Dexterity team coming to North America with the Golden Chance ticket, I guess you would say, and now Keydstars, the former Keydstars, Luminosity now in North America. Is it harder for the scene to grow when you take the best team or the best two teams away from the scene?
No, because
Okay.
I don't think like gonna be hard because we saw that everybody started coming back to play, so everybody gonna grow together now. And they wasn't receiving that much support, so here they're gonna receive their support and they can get like all this knowledge they're gonna get here, then throw back to the Brazilian community, so everybody gonna grow with them.
All right, that could happen. I've actually got a question here from one of our people in the chat talking about the rest of South America. I do remember a day when we had teams like Punto from Chile went to
Punto
CPL.
CL,
Yeah,
yep.
Army was a good team from Argentina, actually.
Army.
There's some solid teams in South America. We don't see any of them except for the Brazilian teams now, especially international play. What has to happen to see more teams from outside Brazil and South America get into the big stage?
It's happened like GA giving like this opportunity like for the Brazilian players, but also we're gonna have like a tournament in September. It's gonna be like 3 or 4 teams like between Uruguay, Chile, and Argentina, and it's gonna be probably the qualifier from ESWC. It's gonna be the whole Latin America fighting for one spot. So they are coming. The scene is like getting bigger. When we start like the GA program, the Golden Chase, we didn't expect it's gonna be like everybody embracing this so hard and helping us, and everybody's just helping us right now. Even like the players from Chile, Argentina, everybody, just like coming and playing with us.
We'll see. If chat has any questions for Ricardo before he splits, by the way, go ahead and put them out there, and we'll see if we get any good ones. So, what is your goal right now for Luminosity? Do you want this team to be like a top, I guess, a tier 1 team by the end of the year? Do you want them to be like top 5 team, maybe the best team in the world? What's a realistic goal for you right now?
We're gonna go step by step. Well, my goals right now is like be legends again, is stay as legends. So probably gonna be like between the 8 teams. So we already got like invite for the next one, without playing qualifies. Until the end of the year, at least be like between the top 5 teams in the world, like tier 1.
Yeah, so one of the questions here is, if the Brazilian scene is growing right now, what's the future for it? Do we send more teams from Brazil to North America or to Europe? Do we have a good professional scene in Brazil where teams don't have to go elsewhere? Like, what's the ideal for Brazilian teams?
The pretty much the idea right now is like we don't have like a really professional scene in Brazil because we got organizations and everything, but everything is still based on League of Legends in Brazil, not in CSGO. But you got a lot of people playing CSGO in Brazil, and pretty much we're gonna try to show for EZA, Civo, Faceit, RGN that the Brazilians deserve a spot like to play among like the best teams. Once they like throw like start giving spots for there, they don't need to come here to fight for a spot. They can be like close to home and fight for a spot. That's what our goal. What we want to show them is pretty much just give like us the chance to play between the South American teams, and we're gonna get this chance and make it work.
Why do you think the Brazilian scene doesn't have a scene like that yet? What has happened? What has not happened to get Brazil a professional scene?
Excuse me, could you say again?
Why does Brazil not have a professional scene yet? What's lacking there? Why has it not been there? Why do ESL and ESEA and RGN, why haven't they been to Brazil yet, do you think?
The economy is not like that good for them, I guess. EZA, but now it's changing this, as a matter of fact, because EZA went there. They were huge right there, and Faceit just got in Brazil, and then started doing like a lot of tournaments. Like from GA, we got like the support from Azubu too, and then like they're like doing tournaments. They got like budgets for us, so you can grow the scene with the prize pools, better prize pools. Everything's better right now, so they're probably going to start like giving some attention for us right there.
Okay, one of the questions also is what you think about the Kingwin match. There's a big matchup for you over at ESL Cologne. Kingwin seems to be a team that you could match up with to see who gets a better spot from the group. Do you feel confident with the team playing Kingwin?
Yeah. They can play like everybody in the world. It's a good team. It's a great team. We gotta respect them, but they gotta respect us too, because they know if they don't play well or not gonna be the best day, we can win.
I think I got one more question here, and it's an obvious one. Can you talk about the move from ZQK to Cold? What caused you to move on from ZQK, and what do you think Cold brings to the team?
Fresh blood, pretty much like that. Renew like all the expectations, and people got probably like they're getting along better now, and he just like bring like fresh blood for the team, like new expectations, more, they're more willing to win now, and let's see how it be.
Well, I want to thank Ricardo for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. If you missed part of the interview, go to YouTube, daily.esports. The whole VOD will be there. Of course, our interview with Richard Lewis as well. Follow the channel if you like what you saw. Twitter and Facebook, .esports. We're here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, bringing you esports news, discussion, debates, interviews, and all good things like that. Once again, thanks to Ricardo for joining us, and good luck to Luminosity Gaming in Cologne.